I'm Mikko, co-founder and CEO of Realm. At Realm, we're building the intelligence layer for revenue teams. Our vision is that account executives, solutions engineers, and customer success managers are able to spend all day engaging with prospects and customers, and they go into those engagements perfectly informed because AI agents handle all of the manual background grunt work that they spend time on today. Fundamentally, Realm exists because revenue work is complex, and the context that powers revenue work is more fragmented than ever. Right now, in 2025, revenue teams face huge pressure to find capital-efficient paths to growth, and their biggest lever is increasing human productivity. Unfortunately, human productivity is held back by the fact that sales collateral, customer data, product documentation, and external signals are all siloed across different disconnected point solutions. This means that revenue teams don't find the answers they need. They go into critical customer engagements unprepared. They fail to foresee risks that they should be aware of, and they waste time manually moving knowledge from one system to the next. In addition to this, revenue work is obviously not just about making sense of context. It's also about turning context into crisp customer deliverables like emails or write-ups or answers to RFPs. And these are done super manually today, and so they drain scarce resources even further. At Realm, we solve this by giving revenue teams a central nervous system. What this means is that Realm connects with all of the places where your team stores knowledge. So your CRM, your product documentation, your conversations in Slack, your call recordings in Gong, your website documentation. And as a result of this, our agents learn to know your business better than you know it yourself. And leveraging this understanding, they then undertake work that's keeping you from spending time with customers or keeping you from making the most of all of the engagements that you have with customers. There are three main use cases for Realm. The first one is revenue enablement, like finding answers. For 50 years, the way revenue enablement has been done is with coaching, content, and mentorship. And while these are super valuable, they're also asynchronous and impersonal. So what we do instead is we give every revenue worker an AI sidekick that follows them wherever they go and whatever they are doing and has the answers they need. So if a customer asks you a technical question that you don't know the answer to, you simply put that question to Realm. Realm gets back to you with an answer within 15 seconds. You can get back to the customer with confidence, and the conversation moves forward. A second use case is RFP automation. If you work in enterprise sales or pre-sales, you will know what I'm talking about. A customer sends you an Excel with like 500 questions that you need to answer in order to participate in the tender or move the deal forward. This is super manual work, honestly something that no human should ever have to do. And because we have this deep understanding of the business, we're able to automate up to 80% of these answers. And that's all time that you can reinvest in something more valuable, something where human input is truly needed. Thirdly, we do workflow automation with AI agents. So take any manual workflow that your team does today, and it's really easy to set up an agent in Realm that's going to automate that. Like, for example, every evening at 9 p.m., I get a Slack DM from a Realm agent telling me what meetings I have tomorrow, and with this detailed prep memo of exactly what I need to know going into those meetings. Similarly, we offer agents for account research, deal reviews, CRM data entry, competitive intelligence, resolving support tickets, and many more use cases. It's super fast to get going with our ready-made templates. And then if you want to branch out on your own, you can also build your totally own agents. The impact of all of this is that revenue teams achieve more with less. They're able to do more work without adding headcount. For example, one of our customers' friends estimates that they would have had to hire 4 to 8 more people if it wasn't for Realm. Secondly, revenue teams are able to spend more time with customers and go more prepared into those engagements, both of which contribute to higher win rates and more revenue per team member. Thirdly, revenue teams are able to seize opportunities and foresee risks that they would have missed out on without Realm. And finally, onboarding new team members, ramping up new people in your revenue teams is up to 50% faster when you can give them Realm. In addition to this, we're here at Slush, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that this week our agents have been given an extra special task. All of the 1,700 volunteers have access to a Realm agent that's been trained on all of the documentation that the Slush team has produced about the event. And so if you want to see a Realm demo and you can't find me, go find anyone in a white t-shirt and they should be able to show you one. Now, we're convinced that we built a really valuable product today. But at the same time, we've only scratched the surface of the ultimate vision we want to get to. We think there's a once-in-a-generation opportunity, thanks to AI, to redesign how revenue work gets done. In fact, we think this is the biggest shift since the emergence of cloud-based CRMs in the late 1990s. 5 years from now, revenue teams are simply not going to spend time manually entering, searching, analyzing, summarizing knowledge across all of these sprawling systems of record. Instead, there's going to be a new layer of AI agents that sit on top of your stack, have access to your knowledge, and do these manual workflows on your behalf. We think there's going to be two parts to the intelligence layer. There are going to be tools that help you find prospects, enrich them, reach out and book meetings. This is what Clay, who are talking here today, are doing. And then there's a second part, what we're building here at Realm, which is tools that help you take those leads from that first meeting to closing the customer and all the way to the end of the customer lifecycle. There's a lot to build. The future is not quite here yet today. But at the same time, we're convinced that we built the foundation to be the platform on which the agentic AI revolution in revenue work is going to happen. Specifically, already today, our agents centralize context from across sprawling sources and do a really good job tracking down detailed answers to hard questions. And context is really important. Context is what's going to separate really useful agents that are actually able to automate your work from agents that are like shallow and not very useful. The other thing that our agents already do really well is reasoning. They're able to take complex tasks that require a good plan and coherent step-by-step execution across different tools. Right now, we're also launching some new features that are allowing our agents to take action across external systems. So it's no longer just about like pulling data from or pulling answers from your CRM, but also pushing knowledge back the same way you document knowledge as a human. And we're also launching stuff that allows agents to run autonomously in the background. So you don't need to remember to go and prompt an agent. It will anticipate your needs and run wherever it's most needed. The future we're building is one where every revenue worker will feel like they're surrounded by this team of staffers that anticipate your every need. They do human-level work, and they do so at superhuman speed. Like 5 years from now, a seller will wake up, they'll open their laptop, and a Realm agent will have highlighted the 10 most valuable things they need to do today. They'll know exactly what they should spend time on for maximum impact. For each of those actions, the agent will brief you on exactly what you need to know about the task. And if there are some materials that need to be created, like a deck for a call, for example, the agent will create that, leveraging its understanding of the specific customer and its deep understanding of like the unique aspects of your business. So to go back to where I started, we're building a future where every revenue team member is able to spend all day engaging with prospects and customers, and they go into each of those engagements perfectly informed. If you're a revenue leader and you want to experience the future of revenue work today, come find me or one of my colleagues or send me an email. Anything works, LinkedIn as well. Thank you. Enjoy Slush. It was a pleasure speaking to you today.